In 1970, Wichita, Kansas celebrated its centennial anniversary. As a part of this celebration, the planners decided to have a small festival to go along with it. The purpose of the festival was to promote community among Wichita citizens and the businesses in the area. The planners also wanted to draw attention to Wichita's beautiful natural resource, the Arkansas River, or the Arkansas River, depending on how particular you are. The festival was a success, and people wanted more. The first official river festival, called the Wichita River Festival on Traders' Day, was held in 1972. With the emphasis still on community and the river, more activities were added to the festivities, such as bathtub races, canoe races, a carnival, an art show, bike races, moonlight river parade, and more. To keep the cost low for families, buttons were sold at $1 apiece. 2,000 buttons were sold that year. In 1973, the planners decided to hold the festival annually in May. They were also looking for a way to fund the festival on a regular basis. The planners reached out to local companies and businesses. The Coleman Company, the Kansas Gas and Electric Company, and multiple banks decided to help fund the festival too. This was adding to that community pride and togetherness that the planners were going for. The Wichita River Festival on Traders' Day continued to evolve, and in 1974 the planners decided to highlight the young business leaders in the community. The business leaders would also support the festival financially. These leaders were called the Wichita Wagon Masters. They became the symbolic leaders of the festival. The Wagon Master is chosen yearly by a group of community leaders, and he or she leads the parade at the festival in a wagon. Nowadays, the Wagon Master has multiple duties throughout the year. The official character for the Wagon Master was based on a little-known Disney character that traveled in a wind wagon. The character was based on pioneers, so that fit with the Kansas history of pioneers and wagons. So the character of Admiral Windwagon Smith was established as the official Wagon Master for the festival. Also, in 1974, the festival was extended to 10 days, and new events were added and some events changed. There was the Sundown Parade, the Twilight Pops concert, and music from the Wichita Symphony Orchestra. The Scavenger Hunt with Clue was published in the Wichita Eagle newspaper was also created to add even more excitement and intrigue to the festival. In 1979, the festival was officially dubbed the Wichita River Festival. This is the most common name for the event, but many Wichitanians just call it Riverfest. As Wichita entered into the 1980s, the festival continued with some good years and some not-so-good years, but the festival thrived and the community came together every May to celebrate Wichita and the river to have fun with family and friends. But as the event grew, there was a demand for more finances and support from the community. In order to promote more community ownership of the event and to create support for it, the phrase, "It belongs to you," was added to the buttons. The festival was originally for the community and so it should stay that way. This push for community ownership seemed to work. Button sales jumped from 55,000 in 1982 to 208,000 in 1988. It seemed like the community was really taking ownership of the festival. The festival was even getting national attention as the media took notice of the events and the number of people attending. It was estimated that around 50% of people living in Sedgwick County attended at least one day of the festival. The event was also having a $14 million positive economic impact on the city. In the 90s, the planners raised the cost of the button to $2, and people didn't seem to mind. They also started holding competitions between local graphic designers for the artwork of the posters. The festival continued to change as new rules were established for alcohol consumption at the festival, and a reward honoring the volunteers for the festival was created. In 1996, a record 94 events were held at the festival. Concerts were held at Riverside Park, and the food court location was set outside of Century 2. As with many festivals and attractions, the Wichita River Festival had to respond to national and world events. After the September 11th attacks of 2001, the festival held in 2002 commemorated the victims with the race of people wearing red, white, and blue to form an American flag. Things were changed for safety in response to 9/11, but they returned to normal the following years. There was good weather and good attendance, and the food, concerts, and events were thriving. After 2002, the city took notice of a problem with the Arkansas River water. The level of bacteria was increasing, but this ultimately did not deter Riverfest goers. Unfortunately, the poster artwork competition was cancelled in 2005 due to lack of interest. A marketing business was hired to create the posters after 2005. The bathtub races were also stopped in 2008 due to lack of interest, but that was the way the festival was. The events were always changing as the people of Wichita changed, but the festival itself continued on. Music was always and still is a huge part of the festival. There have been performances from Daughtry, Nick Lachey, Huey Lewis, and Kansas. The concerts are usually a main attraction, drawing large crowds and starting off Riverfest with an exciting bang. It has always been amazing how an event in the Midwest state of Kansas can draw on the big names of the music industry. Even though the events change, the concerts change, the food changes, the people change, the purpose of the festival is not lost. The community still comes together every May for fun and entertainment. That community pride is still being built, and the Arkansas River continues to flow leading the Wichita Brew Festival into the future.